Good morning. Today I'm gonna read two interviews. Um, let's get started. First one is James Freeman. When your old espresso machine gets you up in the morning and helps you make your most important decisions. What is your morning routine? I get up at 6 o'clock a.m. most days, unless the babies get me up before. I have an alarm clock with no snooze bar, so I can't be tempted to hit it. I have an old espresso machine, a late 1970s, that is set on a timer, so when I wake up, the machine has been warming up and is at optimal temperature for making coffee. After I get up, I make a cappuccino for me and a cafe latte for my wife. I'm less optimistic before I have coffee, so my general rule is not to make any important decisions before I have it. If I'm lucky, I have 10 to 20 minutes to chat with my wife and read the New York Times in bed as we drink our coffee. Sometimes the dog needs to go out during this time, and I have to be okay with it. I leave for my workout at around 6:45. Post-workout, I shower, eat breakfast, feed and dress the babies, dress myself, and hop in the car. I usually have a playlist in mind for the drive to Auckland. I used to listen to NPR, but it just got too depressing. How long have you stuck with this routine? What has changed? Several years. As we add babies, my mornings get more hectic, but so far everyone is getting what they need. Do you do anything before bed to make your morning easier? The kitchen is always cleaned and the house tidied before we go to bed. It's hard to fit it in, but it's gratifying to wake up to a peaceful environment. How soon after waking up do you have breakfast? I eat breakfast when I get back from my workout, usually a yogurt and a fruit smoothie or just a yogurt, jam, and chopped raw almonds. My favorite yogurt is organically certified full-fat Jersey milk yogurt from St. Benoit. Do you have a morning workout routine? 4 days a week, I do a boot camp in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. It's exhausting and arduous and clears my mind like nothing else I've ever done. The teacher gives the impression of never wanting to be anywhere else doing anything else, which is quite rare in my experience. Do you use any apps or products to enhance your morning routine? Is a coffee maker a product? Pajamas? A nice robe? Maybe I'm just too old, but I don't believe that one's life can be hacked. It can only be lived. What are your most important tasks in the morning? Once I get to work, I try to concentrate most deeply on the people or problems that are in front of me. So, in that sense, my most important task prior to arriving at work is to arrive with a clear head and a pleasant attitude. What happens if you are traveling? I travel with a coffee kit so I can have control over making coffee. I have an app on my phone that I use to do an interval workout if I am away from San Francisco, running in the parks and the neighborhoods of great cities when I travel is a pleasure. I try not to schedule myself too early when I'm traveling so I can fit in a coffee and a run each morning. Okay, next is Andra D. Wagner, artist, New York City street photographer. When your creative job requires you to be on all day long. What is your morning routine? I usually wake up around 6 o'clock a.m. to have some silent time to myself. I also keep a journal, so some days I will write. When I'm not photographing for hire, I'm usually out the door by 7 o'clock or 7:30 with my camera in hand, ready to enjoy the day. My routine changes from time to time, but I always wake up early. The morning is by far my favorite time of day. As a street photographer, I am always engaging with people, watching people working all day and being fully simulated all at the same time. Days become full and draining. It's important that I get some quiet time to myself. It helps me stay balanced in such an emotion city. When I'm working on photo projects, I will adapt my routine to it. 2 years ago, when I was working in a photo studio, I would leave my house at 7 o'clock because I wanted to photograph in the subway for an hour or two before I had to be at work. Now that it's summertime and the light is so beautiful, when the sun is rising, I like to get out and take advantage of it. Do you do anything before bed to make your morning easier? I'm a neat freak and I like everything to be clean. Waking up to a clean apartment is the absolutely best. It keeps my mind clear. Do you have a morning workout routine? 2 or 3 times a week, I will ride my bike to Prospect Park and do a lap or two. It's great because there aren't many people out yet and the park is pretty quiet. My favorite is in the fall when we start to get that brisk morning air. How about morning meditation? Waking up in a clean apartment with beautiful light shining through my windows and Miles Davis playing is my meditation. When do you first check your phone? I will check my phone before I leave the house. but I try not to check it while I'm in bed. When I'm waking up, I like to keep a space for my own thoughts and ideas. Sometimes there's nothing, and that's totally fine. On occasion, I will think of something that will add to a project I'm working on, or just to reflect on something that impacted me, whether an interaction from photography or just a personal exchange. When I wake up, checking my phone is not a priority of mine. Okay, thank you. Bye.